Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah.
It was really disappointing when I'd go through hard times in the church and things like this, and I'd really need someone to be there because I felt like hopeless and lost and things like this. And they're like, oh, just come to church on Sunday, or you'd ring them and they, other Christians were busy. And the Muslim community is completely different. They're there for each other when you need them. A brother or a sister is there for you. So how could I have been anti-Islam in the first place? Before I reverted back into Islam, I sit here and I think to myself, how could I have been anti-Islam in the first place? I was one of those people that was misguided when I was back when I was a kuffar, and I was misguided. I ate up a lot of the mainstream media propaganda. I ate up like watching a lot of Zionist-produced Hollywood movies that predicted Muslims as terrorists. They want to bomb things, they want to blow things up. That's all they do. They just chop off heads, they do this, they do that. So I look back at my past when I was in the anti-Islam movement 4 or 5 years ago and went, I'm going to end up becoming a Muslim myself. So I believe, in my honest opinion, that Allah put me through those trials, through the anti-Islam movement and through this, because I think He knew that even if I had hatred back then for Islam, that I was one of those people, and He knew I was one of those people that if I dislike something or I like something, I will study into it as much as possible to learn as much about it as possible. And that's what I ended up doing. I thought, okay, I'm going to go talk to some Muslims. I'm going to study right into their books, the Quran, the Surah, Hadith. And then, I started reading their texts, and I read one particular passage, I remember, where it said, to kill another human being is like killing the whole of mankind and killing yourself. And I'm like, hold on a minute. Like, they're saying that, killing is wrong and all this sort of stuff. And then it talked about how the only time that a Muslim should kill or hurt another human being is when he's protecting his deen, his ummah, from attack or possible death, or defending his family or his people from invasion. That is the only time it is permitted, to do that to a person. And so I'm reading these texts and I'm like, hold on, why aren't they following these texts? I'm watching these Hollywood movies, and I'm speaking to Muslims. I met many great Muslims like Yusra Yatim and other Muslims like that, and talking to those people, lovely people. You can contact them anytime, anything you need. They're there for you, to talk to you. And I've talked to some of the Christians that moved over to Islam. They said it was really disappointing when I'd go through hard times in the church, and I'd really need someone to be there because I felt like hopeless and lost. And they're like, oh, just come to church on Sunday, or you'd ring them and they, other Christians were busy. And they say the Muslim community is completely different. They're there for each other when you need them. A brother or a sister is there for you. So if you're in a state of absolute despair, or something happens and you need your brothers there for backup, if someone's threatening to hurt you because you're a Muslim, they're only a phone call away. You get on your phone and they'll all come down there to protect you and make sure no harm comes to you. And I think that's the difference in this community, is that they just have this such a tight, strong bond, a brotherhood and sisterhood. The sisters are there for each other, the brothers are there for each other, the sisters are there for the brothers are there to protect the sisters. And it's just, you know, absolutely amazing, this community. This is Islam. This is the brotherhood of Islam. Thank you so very much. Alhamdulillah. Muslims.